special meeting for the Abilene, Kansas City Commission. This is Monday, March 23rd, 2020, and it is 1 o'clock. Roll call.
Mayor Osterman,
Here.
Commissioner Ryan,
Here.
Commissioner Witt,
Here.
Commissioner Marshall, Commissioner Schaefer.
Here.
Roll call's complete.
We will do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The purpose of this meeting is to take steps to allow for the continuation of city business while still adhering to these protocols. They need to be aligned with the president's Okay, I'm sorry.
We just need to state the purpose of this special meeting.
Okay.
1 and 2 up there on your agenda.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I apologize. The purpose of this special meeting shall be to update the City Commission on matters relating to the COVID-19 public health emergency, and number 2, discuss and potentially take action on a temporary closure of non-essential city facilities and services, and discussion and potential action on other matters related to such temporary closure. Yes.
Thank you, Mayor.
So first of all, I want to update all of you. I think you received we had a news release on, I believe, last Tuesday, and then we had an email go out on Thursday. Staff and I have been closely monitoring this, knowing that next steps are possibly necessary. So we worked last week and then again this morning pretty diligently, trying to set up a schedule on how, if we proceed forward, to run city business as well as letting our employees shelter in place. So, as you know, we do not have a case in Dickinson County. That has been confirmed. But as we move forward, we want to keep all of our employees, because we do have a small employee pool. We want to keep them all as well and as safe as we can. And so, moving forward, I would like for you, your thoughts to doing a temporary closing of the city for non-essential city facilities and services. Of course, we will still have the police department. Oh, thank you. The fire department and Public Works will, of course, be on as needed. Administration will be as needed, because we are still going to bill people for their monthly water bills. We are still going to receive payments. We have bills that we need to pay, but we really feel by keeping staff away from each other and scheduling when those key people are going to come into the city offices to continue business but shelter in place when they're not at work, we think this will keep our employees safer. So I guess I'm open for discussion and your thoughts as we move forward.
For the water bills, can we just have the door locked and make them use the drop box?
That's what we're doing now.
Good, good.
So what does this look like for the non-essential employees, and what happens to them?
They will be paid. They will continue. Our main goal is to make sure that they are not exposed by comings and goings of things that we locked down outside facilities on Friday. We locked our doors this morning. Court had not been canceled, municipal court, so it is going on right now. The police are handling that by taking a few in, keeping under the 10, and then making sure they get out. So,
Hey, Jane, this is Aaron. May I?
good. Thank you, Aaron. I was going to ask for you next.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to jump in really quickly, and I didn't get a chance to even tell this to Jane and Penny in advance of the meeting, so I wanted to say it at the outset. We are operating under the Attorney General's emergency regulations for conducting special meetings during the pendency of this health emergency. And the point that I wanted to make, in further review of the new regulation, the Attorney General requires that all meetings that are conducted in the manner that we're conducting them, each speaker state their name before they speak, so that members who are just listening and not physically present in the room can hear who is speaking. And I realize people can see who are watching YouTube, but to comply with the spirit and intent of the regulation we're operating under, if everyone could please do that, that would be helpful.
Thank you, Aaron. This is Jane Foltz. So now, I guess, your thoughts. State your name first and then your thoughts,
Dean
please.
Marshall, what did you say about Parks and Rec?
Parks and Recreation, the rec center has been closed now for a week.
Right.
To the public. Offices have been opened. They've had very little activity. In the parks, we just are putting out today that we're encouraging people to go to the parks and staying outside the 6-foot limit. Don't use the equipment. We won't be there sanitizing equipment. So they're going to post signs on the playground equipment that says, please don't use the equipment, but we know people need places for their kids to run.
All right, thank you.
This is Trevor Witt, and two questions. One is some clarification on where the group limitations at 10 people. I think that specifically came from the county health officer. Is that correct?
Dr. Holmes is the chief health officer for Dixon County.
Right. Yeah, it was just one clarification. That was a county level thing. And then the other one is just seeing extending grace. You mentioned water bill payments and things like that for those that are affected by not only this pandemic, but also the decisions that are coming along to help mitigate the pandemic's effects of just, I'm definitely in a vein of extending grace when it comes to payments and other things of what the city's in control over.
And that came down from the governor.
Yeah.
We are not allowed to shut off any utility services, which our utility is water, and we will not have penalties or fees associated with that. Along with that, trying to encourage people to pay online, and we are absorbing those fees
Right.
For that purpose.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Timothy Schaefer. In paying bills, would you like us to authorize some kind of action allowing you to do that without us meeting?
Aaron?
Yes.
Did you hear that question?
Yes, I think that is an administrative matter that certainly could be addressed today. I can't speak right off the top of my head to the current purchasing policy and when that requires matters be advanced to the governing body for approval. But one option would certainly be if we want to have an exception for that during a defined time period, we could create one today by motion of the governing body.
Yeah, this is Trevor Witt. Jane, do you think that would be something that would be helpful on your side of things?
Absolutely.
Excuse me, this is Chris Osterman. This is really critical that the city is doing this, and I'm hoping the community realizes that we can't do it alone, that they need to be also diligent, going to the grocery store only takes one person. Going to do your errands doesn't need to take a group of people. We need to limit what we do, and so we can all be on the same platform and get through this. Being selfish, thinking it's not going to go away, possibly if we all work together, but if we continue to go out and do everything or have children playing together, this is going to go on and on and on, and we're reaching the summertime, and do we want to stop our summer functions? So with that said, we need to be diligent, not just as the city commission and the city offices, but everyone in this community needs to work together to get through this on the shortest length of time. So with that said, I just hope we can all work together and get through this.
So I think we have two matters at hand. The first
Okay.
one is to bill payments and authorizing the city manager to lead that function. And the second thing is to go ahead and declare non-essential employees. And Tim, go ahead.
Timothy Schaefer, I move that we authorize City Manager Jane Foltz to meet all city financial obligations without calling a meeting until May 1.
I'll second the motion. This is Trevor Witt.
This is Chris Osterman. It's been moved and second to approve the payments for the city functions to Jane Foltz, city manager. All those in favor, raise their right hand. Can we have some discussion first? Oh, sure. Sorry.
D. Marshall, we don't have anything coming up that's going to supersede authority, are we? I mean, just normal bills is what we're
Right.
looking at
We-
right now.
Right. We are continuing to work on projects, but we have nothing right now
Just our
pending.
normal operation.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So this is Chris Osterman again. All those in favor, raise their right hand. All those against, same sign. It's been approved.
And that was all 5 commissioners raising their right hand
Yes.
present.
Next item of business is to limit, limit city functions by only, by temporary closure of non-essential city facilities and services. And discussion, do we have any discussion on that?
Mayor, that would start tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And that would go through April 7th, end of day, April 7th. In the meantime, I will be working with staff to reevaluate that as well as county, state, and local officials. April 8th would be our next day of business that we would open, pending outcomes.
And this is Brandon Ryan. I just wanted to make sure that we, with those non-essential workers when we're sending them home, I just want to make sure we are revisiting that at least every 2 weeks. That way we're not kind of pushing it out 2 months and just assuming we know what's going to happen. I just want to make sure we are discussing that on a regular basis and making that as an updated decision as possible at the time. So
Absolutely. We want them to have that 14 days, but at about day 10, I'll be talking with leadership to see where we're at, and of course you all will be also. We may have another special meeting.
This is Chris Osterman. Do I have a motion?
So moved. This is Steve Marshall. I move that we close the city to non-essential staff for a period from March 24th through to resume on April the 8th.
And I second the motion. This is
Okay.
Trevor Witt.
It's been moved by D. Marshall and seconded by Trevor Witt to approve the closure for the 2 weeks ending on April 8th. And any further discussion? All those in favor, raise their right hand. All hands are shown. All those against, same sign. There are no hands showing. So it's been approved. So we need a motion to adjourn. Do you want me to read that?
I would love you to read the release that will go out after this meeting.
This is a release that will be going out after this meeting. The City of Abilene takes precautions in wake of COVID-19. Following its Monday, March 23rd Abilene City Commission special meeting, the City of Abilene has implemented warning situation protocols in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Effective at 8 o'clock a.m. Tuesday, March 24th, 2020, only essential personnel are to report to work for 2 weeks through April 7th, 2020. Please note steps are in place to allow for the continuation of city business while still adhering to these protocols. The decision was made to align with the following: President's Coronavirus Guidelines for America, 15 days to slow the spread, which began on March 16th and involves avoiding gatherings of 10 or more people for a 15-day period. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's guidance for the next 8 weeks, which recommends that organizers, whether groups or individuals, cancel or postpone in-person events that consist of 50 people or more throughout the United States. Governor Kelly's Executive Order Number 20-04, effective through May 1st, on social distancing to help slow the spread of COVID-19 in Kansas. While this applies only to the City of Abilene employees, we believe it's a prudent and responsible approach, and we encourage other entities to consider doing as well. In regards to the City of Abilene bill payment options, while the City of Abilene is taking precautions in the wake of COVID-19, there are several options for residents to pay their utility bills. The City of Abilene utility payment options: 1, online, which is preferred. Number 2, register online at AbileneCityHall.com. Click the link, Pay My Bill. Third, through this online account, residents can set up auto pay with a checking account or have the option to pay by credit card. 4, online account allows the ability to view past bills and usage history with the click of a button. There's another option, Dropbox, located in the front of City Hall, south of the front steps. Third, by mail, and you can address those checks to the City of Abilene, 419 North Broadway, P.O. Box 519, Abilene, Kansas 67410.
And I'm going to ask Aaron, is there anything else, Aaron, that we might be missing?
Thank you, Jane. Not that I can think of today. It will just have to be flexible going forward with this new meeting format, but I cannot think of anything else from my standpoint that needs to be addressed right now.
Thank you, Aaron.
Do
I think we can adjourn.
This is Chris Osterman. Do I have a motion to adjourn this?
This is Brandon Ryan. I move that we adjourn the March 23rd, 2020 special meeting of the Abilene City Commission.
D. Marshall will second.
It's been moved by Brandon Ryan and seconded by D. Marshall to adjourn the March 23rd, 2020 special meeting. All those in favor, raise their right hand. All hands were risen. All those against, same sign. No hands. We are adjourned. Gee, Merry Christmas.